Hello everyone, welcome back again. So as you can see, this assembly started in the engine bay of FTR3, and I thought I'd put this video together on the Airbox and just a few of the details in the engine bay. Unfortunately, a lot of the stuff in here isn't period correct for an AU, and certainly 2000 spec or early 2000 specs. So a lot of this, as you see it, really won't go back on the car. So I thought, for history's sake, and just to give you a bit of an idea how the car's evolved into BA, I thought I'd put this video together because some of the work in here is incredible, and it really is a shame to, I guess, to see it not go back on, but hopefully the finished product, when period correct, will be well worth it. So the first thing you notice is the carbon fibre work, obviously, and it really does present beautifully well. It's a shame it's all hidden under the bonnet and all secret squirrel stuff back in the day, but you can see there, everything is just so light. It just weighs absolutely nothing. I suppose it all adds up as you go. So if we take that airbox lid off, that just screws in with little clips, which you can see there. So the main trumpet system on this car is completely different to the Litre Falcon. Now, you may recall we did an earlier video which covered the trumpets and how the throttle bodies and everything worked on that car. And just to show you the difference, I've got here a trumpet out of the Litre Falcon, and you can see it's carbon fibre. The fuel injector sits in the side there, and it's got a curved shape to it, so you can actually see the angle the fuel injector's on. It does spray straight into the side of the trumpet. Now obviously there's different engineering philosophies on whether that's right or wrong, but that's how the AU was set up back in the day. Now if we go back over to FTR3, you can see the fuel injection system is hovering above the trumpets, and the trumpets are dead straight. So you've got your main, so just to explain, so you've got your trumpet there, and then that goes down into a throttle body and then onto the cylinder head. Now the injectors all sit directly above the trumpets, and it's all held in through a range of brackets, lightweight brackets, and they go down onto the cylinder head and onto the throttle body just to hold it all there. So it's a really, really neat system. Again, they're not composite, they're all machined up beautifully, and totally different way of doing it. You still get the same end result, but obviously you're chasing just a little bit of horsepower here and there, and it all makes a difference at the end of the day. Now, one point of interest with this section of the airbox, if we take that off and turn it upside down, you can actually see on the inside there, it's got BA02B. So the B, I would imagine, is A and B side. So this is the B side. But BA02 was obviously Glenn Seton's BA from 2003 onwards. So it just goes to confirm the fact what we already suspected, that this system is definitely BA. So not something that we're looking to reuse once we do the AU restoration. But again, it's just all these little numbers and bits and pieces. It all helps us piece together the puzzle as we go. Interesting fact, that BA02, which this car in a way doesn't replicate, but it's similar in livery, is now over in the ProDrive Museum in the UK. It was restored in Australia in 2014-15 off the top of my head. Spent a little bit of time around the traps and then got shipped over to England, which it now lives in the ProDrive Museum with David Richards. So the plan is we'll keep chipping away here. There's a lot to go. We don't just want to tear the car apart and end up with a bare shell. We just want to do it slowly and mark everything as we go. Like, there's a lot of holes and bits and pieces that, you know, all tell a story. There are a lot of modifications done to this chassis, as we've covered previously, when it was converted to a BA. So we want to delete all the BA history, a lot of the ride car history, and convert it back to pretty well as it sat on the grid at 2000 at Bathurst. Just to give you an example, so this little panel here, it was created so you could get passengers in and out of the car safely and cover the air jack. Now if we take that off, if I can get that off there without wrecking it. There we go. So that's now taken off. Now that's how the car was back in 2000. You can actually see there some of the original white paints coming through. So little things like that. We've taken that panel off, which is really cool, job done, but you've got all the holes and all the witness marks where that was. So we need to mark all them off and make sure that they get deleted when the car gets to the fabrication stage. So when the chassis does get painted back in white, it's all done properly and we don't have to make it look like a patchwork quilt. So we'll keep pushing on here. And if you do have any questions, please let us know. We'll do our best to answer them. As I've said, I'm just a guy in a workshop fiddling around with some pretty cool cars, so I'm not an expert in a lot of this stuff, but if I can answer stuff and have confidence in my answer, I'll certainly share it with you. So thanks again for your support. If you've got any other questions, please let us know. Speak to you soon.